Hello indie game fans, plenty more demos from the Steam Game Festival Autumn Edition to check out, so here's my top 10 picks that are not pixel art or have a multiplayer focus. We begin with a game very appropriate for the season with Pumpkin Jack, a spooky 3D platformer where you play as the mythical Pumpkin Lord and must help evil annihilate the good. I don't like super scary horror titles, but enjoy the general festivities and theme of Halloween, despite it not being a thing here in Singapore, and this game perhaps exemplifies that spirit quite nicely. Another title that is launching just in time for the season, do check out the demo, and if you like it, be sure to pick this up when it launches. An action roguelite of interest is Nigate Tale, which I hope I'm pronouncing correctly, seemingly coming to us from a Chinese developer. This looks like some combination of Hades and Enter the Gungeon, but with a significantly different art style, and while someone on my Discord wasn't too hot about this, I'm still eager to give this a shot. The developer of Terra Pulse did reach out to me, and having taken a look at the trailer, I'm pretty pleased with what I saw. It's an action-adventure game set in the ruins of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, made by a Brazilian team no less, with a nice art style, so I have it on my wishlist. Xuan-Yuan T, or Xuan-Yuan Sword VII, is a third-person action game rooted in Chinese history and mythology, and is coming to us from a Taiwanese developer, although I'm not sure how big the studio is, and just goes to show how awesome the world of video games is. It's a little similar to Black Myth Wukong in presentation, but perhaps without that much next-gen flair, but looks great nonetheless. The action looks a little Souls-like in nature, with the usual array of goblins, ogres, and monsters. Looks fantastic, and apparently it is launching this month, so I'm very curious about this. An impressive low-poly flight sim is Skycadia, where you battle sky pirates and collect bounties in this pastel world. I like the look of this, although it does give me a little bit of motion sickness, but rather than go all grimdark and gritty, the colourful look really works in my opinion. I believe that Bravery Network Online was announced almost 2 years ago and finally got an official trailer, so here I am to show it off. This is a turn-based RPG that looks like a fighting game, so it's an interesting mix of genres, with the usual RPG skills, stats, and so on to worry about. I love the art style of this, but I'm curious as to the structure and its reliance on online PvP. I've been aware of Great Fight Mask of the Goddess for a little while now, and think that it is a good place to show it off. This is a grid-based action game, which of course reminds me of Mega Man Battle Network, or more recently, One Step from Eden, so I'm just happy to see more games like this. You know I'm a fan of Metroidvanias, so the Chinese title Glimmer and Mirror, or 微光之镜, is of interest. This is a gorgeous hand-drawn title that looks stunning, reminding me a little of Ori and the Blind Forest, and should be another great one. I'll be honest, I actually have no problems at all with spiders, since they do get rid of other nasty bugs like flies, so I'm totally fine with webbed. This is an action platformer where you play as an adorable spider and can spin webs, or to use the webbing as a grappling hook, which looks pretty neat. The physics in this must be on point in order for it to feel good to play, so here's hoping that it is. F.I.S.T. Forged in Shadow Torch is another Chinese game which got a showcase under the PlayStation Indies branding, where it takes place in a world of anthropomorphic animals where you fight against the oppressors.
The one who has maintained the balance of the city for 6 years has been me.
I don't want to break your balance. I just have to stop you.
Another Metroidvania title. I'm always down for these and it looks awesome to boot.
With what, huh? That pile of garbage you picked up at the dump?
Doom of Torch City is inevitable. You sure you're going back?
Excited to check out the demo, so it takes the #1 spot. To see more of the big picture, check out these awesome videos, and I will see you after the jump.